Welcome back, everyone. This is Dean with Masterpiece of Gold and Silver, and today I got a real treat for you. We're going to be looking at some raw coins. Many of you have been putting in the comments lately, especially on Morgan Dollar Monday, of different coins that you enjoy to collect, like Washington quarters or Mercury dimes, and others, especially some foreign coins as well. So I thought, hey, what the heck? Let me break out some of my raw coins that I've collected over the years and just kind of go through them with you. So I got a lot of U.S. stuff, Canadian stuff, and even some currency. So here, let's start with some Washington quarters and some seated Liberty quarters. So this 1934 Washington quarter I actually got out of a whole bunch of junk silver. I used to buy quite a bit of junk silver way back when, and this one had some nice luster, so I kind of set that aside for myself. This one, if you go back and watch those videos of me going through the coin collection recently, that's where that one came out of. And then this 1957, also I got this out of junk silver. It has some nice luster, obviously. There are some marks on it here and there, but I thought it was just too good to be just considered junk silver. It does seem to be in that mint state category for sure. I'd put it probably closer to mint state 63. You do have some marks there on Washington's jawline. But overall, the luster seems quite nice. The toning is quite nice as well. I recently used this coin in one of my shorts, but it's a good coin overall. Here's some more quarters we have. This Standing Liberty quarter. This also came out of a junk silver lot. It looks like somebody may have dipped it in the past, but it has a really nice hint of luster left. Just a little bit here. Let me see if I can clear off the moisture here so we can see this in the light as I turn it. You can just see, look at just a hint of luster here in the devices. Not much left. This is definitely in that extra, or I should say extremely fine grade. It's just a really nice coin, but you can see, especially as I turn it here on the reverse, you can see just that hint of luster that's left. Really nice coin overall, so that's why I set it aside. To me, I thought that was a lot more than just junk silver. Again, if you've been watching my channel for a while, here's that 1893 Barber quarter that I rescued and dipped, and then we found out there was a pretty cool die clash on it. Here's a 63 Washington proof. Let me just wipe this a little bit. This is something that came out of junk silver as well. Somebody had this and they just didn't want to have it anymore. There is a spot on it, which probably puts it more in that silver melt category, but it all depends. If you're collecting proofs and you don't really care what they look like, this one might be for you. So I set it aside because it was the only proof in one of these junk silver lots that I found, and so I thought, hey, I'll just set it aside and just kind of keep it with the rest of the Washington quarters that I liked. Here's another one. This is a 1959. Again, this was a junk silver coin. This is probably more in the AU grade. You can see a lot of hairlines there underneath all that toning. But again, there seems to be a lot of luster still kind of protected there in the devices. And, again, I thought the toning was quite nice. And I just really didn't see this as just the melt value of a Washington quarter. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, let's go some dimes. These were also all junk silver. This is a 1957 Roosevelt. You can see some really nice luster here. Some nice toning or patina, whatever you want to call it here on the coin. It's just nice overall. Here's another one. This is a 56. I really like this one. This one has a lot of luster left, and I really enjoy the toning on this coin. This is just a really nice Roosevelt. But again, these were in junk silver lots. People really didn't care about these coins that much. Here's a nice 1945 Mercury. It's got a little bit, or it's got some luster left, but it does have a lot of marks on it. Probably in that AU category. And then you can see here on the reverse, this is where everybody looks for those full bands, and you can see that this has been obliterated here. There's no line there at all, but that's where people look for those full bands on these Mercuries. I do like Mercuries, but I'll be honest, my eyes are not what they used to be, so it is difficult to see these for me with the naked eye. Here's a nice coin. I suspect this was dipped at one point. You can see some toning there in the devices there and in the legends, but I don't know that somebody might have done that. I don't know, or it could just be how it toned up. I don't know, but it does have some nice luster on it, and it's just a nice coin to own. Here's a really cool coin. This is 1838 seated Liberty. This has got a lot of detail left on it. Obviously, it has been well circulated, but not a ton of wear. But definitely a fun coin. That one came out of that coin collection that I had gone through. Here's a 64 with a really nice luster, really nice toning. I enjoy these Roosevelts like that, but again, it's hard for me to see them without using a loop because my eyes are just not where they were way back when, I guess. Yeah, it sucks to get old. Anyway, here is another seeded. These came out of that the coin collection that I've been going through for the last 4 or 5 months now. These are just really nice examples. Wanted to bring them to the channel. This is a 91 Philadelphia. Let me see if I can get that moisture off so you can actually see it. Still some nice details left, but obviously heavily circulated, probably cleaned. And then this one is really one of my favorites. This is the 1888. A lot of great detail, but unfortunately there's a lot of marks here. It looks like something, somebody tried to brush something on the coin or somehow it got dragged or something. I don't know what happened here. It just looks like all those lines going in the one direction says to me that, it just got damaged by something. I don't know if that's cleaning. Maybe somebody was trying to clean something there, but it seems to be all over the obverse of the coin and kind of in the same direction. Well, let's continue on with 1888s. Here's a fun one. Try to guess which country this is from. This is a great coin. This is a really low mintage coin. This is from Newfoundland. This is a 50-cent piece from Newfoundland before they joined the Confederation in Canada. I really like this coin, especially the N in Newfoundland. You could see a big space. It's kind of interesting, the spacing of the letters, just that bigger space. The research I've done, that's not really a variety. It's just how it happened on the die, and that's what it is. We see Victoria, by the grace of God, Queen, which is just really wonderful. But that's a fun coin, very low mintage on that coin. But most of the Newfoundland coins do have low mintages. I really like collecting Newfoundland coins. Here's an Edward VII, also a 50-cent piece from Newfoundland. I really love this reverse. This is actually one of my favorite reverses for a coin. It's so simple in design, but yet so elegant. At least that's my opinion. Again, I'm showing you these Canadian coins because I'm going to try to get back into doing a little bit more Canadian numismatics, even though many of you probably don't care and probably won't watch. I love these coins, and I'm going to show them to you today. You'll notice here, this is another Newfoundland coin. You'll notice a C mint mark there. For those of you who are wondering, well, where in the hell is C? That would be the Ottawa Mint of Canada. And these are two side-by-side 50-cent pieces. However, this is a 50-cent piece from Canada, and this is a 50-cent piece from Newfoundland. So you'll notice that the same obverse was used, so the same design was used, but obviously the reverses were completely different. But this is King George V, and you'll notice that it is the exact same design of the obverse, which is pretty neat. These are just really fun coins to collect, especially if you like silver. All of these are sterling silver, 9.25. These are really nice. The Newfoundland coins are also really nice to collect even at World War II times, but we'll get into that. Here's some Canadian silver quarters. Love these. Some of these I received from my mother over the years, and again, some of these I picked up in junk silver lots. I'm pretty sure this one came in a junk silver lot. Looks like there's a large scratch or something went on here right in front of Queen Elizabeth II. So that's why, even with the nice luster, they put it into the junk silver. These are 80% silver, not the 925. Here is one of my favorites. This I got from my mother. This is a 1937 quarter with George VI on the obverse. You can see that this has some album toning, but there is a ton of luster left under this toning. I'd put this in that mint state category. Unfortunately, there's just so much toning here. You just don't see the luster as much. But as I turn it here in the light, I hope you get a sense of the luster. And I love the caribou on the reverse here. Just really nice. In the 1937, that was the first year of George VI on these coins. Here is another, this is another great example. This coin came from my mother. This is another great example from the the centennial year of Confederation of Canada. And this came out of one of her albums. She got this out of circulation while she lived in Canada. And this is just a great example. I really like the toning. I appreciate that. So that's why I've kind of kept that over the years. What else do we have here? What did I just do with that quarter? Oh, yes, here it is. This one is a lesson on if you're going to clean a coin, know what you're doing. So that kind of goes back to rule number 1, don't clean coins. This is a really beautiful example of a quarter from Canada. You can see the obverse is quite nice. We get the 2 pearls here right above his temple, which that's what you want to see. So you can see just a hint of wear. But unfortunately, somebody put a substance on here to either test its silver or to clean something off, and they destroyed the reverse. I keep this coin as an example to show you what not to do with coins if you're trying to clean them, and also just to show that, if you're dipping coins or putting substance in the coins, it will do damage. So if you do have collectible coins and if somebody wants to find out if they're silver, do not allow them to, because look at this, all of that wiped off, destroyed by whatever they used to figure out either if this coin was silver, really silver, or if they were trying to clean off something. I don't know what they were trying to do, but unfortunately it's a really beautiful coin, but it's really the scrap value of whatever silver is. But you got this great motto going here, George V, by the grace of God, King and Emperor of India. You can see here the luster that's still here by his ear and neck, the luster that's all in the legends. Just really nice. It's a shame somebody destroyed that reverse. Here's another great coin. This one is AU. Got a lot of luster left, but you can see all those marks. This is a 50-cent piece from the centennial year. I got a whole bunch of 50-cent pieces. 50-cent pieces are some of my favorite coins from Canada. They have the coat of arms on the reverse. This is actually the only coin in Canada that features the coat of arms in this way. And these started circulating in 1937 with the coat of arms on the reverse. I truly love it. This is one of my favorites. This is a 1965. Look at the luster. The coat of arms just looks so beautiful. Again, this is just a really nice coin. AU overall, I would say in that. No, it's got to go out a bit. Here's some Newfoundland 10-cent pieces. These are really, really great. I love collecting these. These are all in that extremely fine to AU range. Most of these are like AU 50, up to AU 58. You can find these usually pretty cheap for the most part, because I think people don't really know what they are, but some of these have really low mintages, which make them super collectible. Here's a nice 10-cent piece, 1872, also from Newfoundland. Newfoundland has the best reverses on coins, by the way. This is Queen Victoria. Let me just wipe this off. This is Queen Victoria. You'll see a little letter there underneath her, the bust, and what that is of her portrait is an H, and the H is the mint mark for the Ralph Heaton and Sons mint in England. So they actually minted several coins. When you see the C's here, like we see here, that means these were minted in Ottawa, Canada, at the Royal Canadian Mint. And you can see these are really nice. Got some toning, got some nice luster left on these, really nice. And for those that don't have mint marks, those were, this one's got awesome toning. Really like it. This also has a C for the Ottawa Mint. But for those that do not have mint marks, that is actually the Royal Mint of London. That's who did that. Let's switch over to some currency now. Here's a nice Canadian $1 bill. This note is actually really famous because of right here in Queen Elizabeth's hair. This is known as the Devil's Face. You can see here the mouth, and then the nose, and then the eyes of a demonic creature. It's actually a happy accident, and it's a lot of fun to try to find out there. This is a nice note overall. My mother took this out of circulation way back when, and she's done a great job of preserving it. So I'm glad that I own it. Really, truly beautiful. Let's just look here with the 50-cent piece to show you the coat of arms. On Canadian currency, the coat of arms is actually featured quite a bit. And like I said, just to remind you that the 50-cent piece is really the only coin in circulation that features the Canadian coat of arms, which is actually quite beautiful. On the reverse here, we have this beautiful prairie scene with the sky. See perhaps some rain off in the distance, or maybe that is some rays of light kind of breaking through the clouds. Not really sure, but this is a beautiful, beautiful note. You'll also see some green spots here and there. Those greenish blue spots are just some security features. I also have a couple notes from these are commemorative notes from the Canadian Centennial, so 1867 to 1967. Those are some great notes. But my favorites here are these $5 notes. These are really great, these $5 bills. You have Sir Wilfrid Laurier here featured, as well as the coat of arms. Like I said, the coat of arms is pretty much on all of the Canadian currency. Here's a 1979, and you'll notice just a slight difference here between the 1972 and the 1979 notes. Very similar design, just some design features slightly changed. The serial numbers go to the back on the 1979, and the fonts used on the 5 also changes. And of course, they both have the same reverse, which has a salmon signer boat. It's just a nice fishing boat. And again, you can see that on the 79, those serial numbers are now on the reverse, which is great. I just love these notes. They're very colorful and also relatively cheap in the marketplace. Here's one from my childhood. This is a 1986 $5 note. I remember spending these way back when I was a kid. This has the belted kingfisher on the reverse here, kind of above some dunes. Just really, really beautiful. You can also note that the serial numbers remain on the back of the notes. But again, here is the coat of arms. You will always find it here on the currency, which is pretty neat. You also have Parliament Hill here, or I should say the Parliament Building, which is just really beautiful. This note here is also one of my favorite. This was they were slowly turning over to polymer notes. And then, of course, I have a polymer note here, which is one of my favorites. And I wanted to show you again because this is the coolest coat of arms. Look at this hologram of the coat of arms of Canada. That's just so cool. I really wish they would do this on American currency. It'd be a lot of fun to see. I forgot that I did have some half dollars, American half dollars to look at. So we're bouncing back to some coins here. These are just some fun coins, especially these Kennedy halves. I love Kennedy halves. Many of these I just picked up over the years. I have one final coin to share with you. This is the rare 1969 solid gold Kennedy half dollar. These are 5 ounces of gold. These are really beautiful, extremely rare. The mintage on these is 0. These came out of the Philadelphia Mint in Transylvania, and these just are really nice. These are just one of the best coins you could own. It's a really honor for me to share it with you today, this really nice gem example. Well, everyone, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed looking at all these raw coins. And of course, until we meet again, I've got to tell you, this is a chocolate coin. Yes, this is, just so you know, this is chocolate. This is not solid gold. This is solid chocolate in here. So this is kind of fun. I like these. So I'm going to go share this, I think, with my kids and get them all hyper before bedtime. Or whenever it is when I'm actually recording this. It's 5:10, so yeah, it's getting close. We'll spoil their dinner. How about that? Well, anyway, thank you for joining me today, everybody. Thanks for keeping on coming back to my channel. And of course, until we meet again, stay safe and continue to enjoy.